him down. As he comes to the mat, guys, I keep the pressure on him. This one was the first one we did, the real simple hook that back leg cradle. Why this works is I keep my weight on him. As he starts to work up, guys, I keep my pressure, my elbow sinks right on his head, and I suck that chin back. Okay? Basically, it's a near side crunch cradle. But why this works is I'm hooking this back leg. I'm almost waiting for the guy to slide that knee up to come up to his feet. As he slides, I slide my knee up with him. I drop my shoulder in position. I'm keeping that chin locked in with my elbow. In this position here, I lower my level, I bump him across, I lock my elbow on the mat, then I'm taking everything right towards his head. I run my feet right over to our cradle. So a lot of you guys know near side cradles, but working the transition, find a way to get to your near side cradle from the mat return or takedown. Same thing with our takedown. We drive across, we keep the pressure on. Right when he comes up, I keep my chest, I hook that back leg right away. I come right over top, catch and pinch it back. As I do that, I slide my body down. I want to get all his weight on this hip. Okay, some guys are putting their heads to the side. That's fine, that works too. I like to sink my hip and drive across. Once I get him on this far hip, guys, my elbow blocks in the mat. I post it in the mat, and I keep everything pinched. This secures the head. From here, my back foot slides forward, elbow deep. Once I get it, I get on my toes, run him right over his head. All right, so transition to that near side cradle. Second one, same idea. Take down or mat return. We go right to our claw and wrist. We'll start from here again. Take him down. I circle. Notice how my weight's on him. As he comes up, as he builds that base, that's a good opportunity for me to throw my leg in, to get to a wrist, to get to a claw. All we're doing on this one, I'm getting on my claw. I shift my weight across. As I go, I roll this wrist underneath. My heel catches. We're just taking him straight over. All right, for a quick tilt. Wrist stays tight. I put that pressure on his elbow and his shoulder. My claw arm pinches, and I start getting my back ones. All right. I can end up with my leg in when he bellies out, or I can keep that wrist. Look for my cross wrist turns. Okay, same thing from a takedown. We're just working up the body. As he starts to come up, I grab my claw. I circle over that wrist. I drop my knee in position. As I drop my knee, my heel hooks right over to his back. Right, and I get in this position a lot. Side headlock, left leg in. I always want to try to get my leg on the other side, holding this hip down. Then I can arch or come across for a scissor. Right. The last one we covered from the top position is what I call a side, it's not a suck back, it's a side suck. Basically, we're waiting for the guy to build his base, and we take him right to his side. Same idea from a takedown. Actually, we'll do mat return. Real simple from here, guys. I return, I shift my hips, I get my weight on him. Left hand's going right in the armpit. As he comes up, my right hand is going to be right in the thigh. Start to come up. Right there. As he comes up, I step. I wait for him to make that adjustment where my knee is just underneath his rib cage. As he starts to come up, I'm blocking at the elbow, and I'm going to step my foot. I'm not going to throw my leg in yet. I'm going to pull him on top of my leg. Okay, my other foot's just going to extend. So my foot that's straight is going to extend. I pump his hip right over. This is really effective when a guy gets tired, or when you catch him off guard with it as he starts to work up. Step, post, watch me keep his elbow down. As he hits, my knee lands. I don't land on my butt. I hit my knee. Right away, my leg comes in, charge this hip, I bring it straight back, right to position. This is the position you leg riders. You get in quite a bit with the power half. Both legs in, controlling his hips, side headlock arch, or open them up right to your leg scissor. All right, some of you guys that do power halves, one leg in, go flat. Go power half, drive it forward. Once it can't go anymore, slide across, hook your heel in, flip his hips, keep that arm tight, and you catch his head, and you pull it. Okay? Come right across the chin, the jawbone, and we're going to arch in. Now as he comes back over, I look for his wrist, and right back to work on top. Right. I've had a lot of guys in college with some success from there. A guy from Virginia was a 3-time All-American. Used this his junior year on every kid he wrestled. Was up 11-2 in the semifinals at Nationals. And got beat.
This is the guy that lost to Rochelle?
Yeah. and he hit this a lot. He kind of made it, he used the move, he changed it about 10 or 15%, but it was real effective. He get his takedown, drive him to the mat. As the guy started to work up, I keep just enough pressure to slow him down, but I let him build that base, guys. I cover the side as he comes up, just as he comes, step, pull, okay? To set it up from a referee's position, we're just going spiral, all right, prying it forward. Once I get that weight on his hand, I press him forward, then my foot, I'm driving straight across, I step, as I drop him down, this foot catches in, squeeze. Real good position to get quick backhands. All right, when I'm wrestling, I call it the equalizer because when you guys get it, you can put a lot of points on the board right away and move it on top. All right. So that was the stuff we transitioned to from the top position. And when I say transition is, anytime I get a takedown, guys, if you watch me wrestle live, you know, college kids, high school kids, I'm always putting guys on their backs because I'm not stopping with a takedown. Right? Very seldom do you see me hit a shot and finish with this. Because if I wait till he starts coming up, I'm already 10 seconds behind. So as soon as I hit my takedown, I'm looking for a wrist, looking for a claw, looking for a side head pinch, looking for my side suck move, right? Looking for hooking that back ankle, looking to throw my leg in. Pretty much everything I do, I've transitioned right into a turn. That's going to make you guys a lot more effective on top. And once you get to college, it's going to help you a ton with riding time. Going back on our feet, covering our front headlock stuff, we worked on just pulling that head in, opposite hand head pull. As I club with that hand, I get that level change just a little bit. The difference is on this, guys, I'm using my opposite hand. My right hand's always down for a down block. My left hand clubs, all right? Sometimes I can pull, get that level change, or I can inside fake, he pulls that leg back. Right there's my head. You gotta take advantage of the head. Too many guys are out here hand fighting. All right? You gotta be a good hand fighter, snapping and moving. But as soon as you secure this head, as soon as this head's a little bit lower than yours, he can attack you. If his head's lower, he's looking to attack. So I gotta counter that. Counter that with a front headlock, level change. But with that front headlock, guys, left hand on top, right hand on the chin. Now your thumb's gonna be right on his Adam's apple, and you control that like a football, right there. Okay, my shoulder's on his back. This becomes really effective if you use it early on in the match. By the end of the match, when I say break their neck, break their back, tire them out, and pin them. Okay, if you start wearing them down early, you'll be surprised how many guys roll over at the end. Right? So all we did was get that position, control the chin. We're doing a little side step just to start to get our angle. As we snap and replace. What I mean by that is I replace my hands with the V. If I want to chase to the left, I replace my right hand and I start circling left. If I want to chase to the right, I'm just going to snap, put my left hand on it. Other hand goes on the tricep, we keep our shoulder tight, and we start chasing side to side. Once you guys get used to doing that, controlling that headlock here, snapping, all right, pressuring in, controlling that front headlock, you start opening your opponent up. You put them in danger. Once you start wearing them out, put them in danger and open them up, you'd be surprised how easy to attack this, how easy this guy is to attack. I'm no longer shooting from far away, getting my arms ripped off and extended. And I think this was part of I've had 3 shoulder surgeries, so I got used to, well, I kind of changed my whole wrestling plan. Instead of shooting from too far away and getting my arms ripped off, okay, everything's in close. From here, as I move, I'm really deep on my shots, whether it's single, high crotch, double leg. So my elbows, my shoulders in, I'm getting elbow deep, and everything's nice and strong. Okay, you're a lot stronger from this position than if you're extending your head down. So that's why I started using this front headlock stuff. From this position, chasing side to side. So setting them up, snap. Side to side as he squares his hips up. As I switch, I go to the chin. He starts coming up. I re-snap. Post. Look for my easy takedown. Start off with your basics. Once you get your basics down in your front headlock, it opens everything up. Okay? Also, this stuff, everything runs together, guys. As you guys seen that we were drilling over there, when I hit one move, there's always something open that I can look for. And you got to treat your body, you got to teach your body to always look for the next move. If I'm looking for one move the whole time, I'm not going to get it. Right? I got to look for different avenues to score. So we start getting into a front headlock underhook position. With here, we were moving our guy around. I control the head. I'm on the chin. I use my hip just to scare him and get him out of position. I'm marching in, pushing him around a little bit. Once you get this guy out of position, this guy starts backing away and getting scared. From here, we pull it out, we start moving. Push, circle. Once I start circling him, I can always snap him to the mat. That's our basic technique. Okay? Get a little bit more advanced with the technique. I start looking to move his feet out of position. I'm moving him with my stance and my movement. I kick that inside foot. As I kick, I just turn the corner just enough and punch that left arm through. Kick, punch, rotate him right down the mat. All right? From here, it's a pretty easy thing. To open him up, second option there, as I kick, and I can't get that corner on him. He's too strong, I can't get it. As soon as I pull that foot back, my underhook arm is coming straight forward, and I pull it out. All right, when this head hits the mat, guys, I got an easy go behind. I don't want to run up with my butt high. I'm going to keep my hips in, take that corner, take the near side cradle. Once you start opening them up with this position, we start moving them, pushing and pulling. He starts pulling that left arm down, and usually you'll get that with that hip pressure. I like to get guys tight here, and I'll take them this way sometimes, arch, and take them back. Which all you're doing there is using your hip. But once you start feeling that pressure, once I start hipping in, he's going to pull down hard. As he pulls down, guys, I don't step to the outside. I step nice and deep and try to get my hip locked up against him. He pulls it down, pull, and step. Bubble change, right to the mat. A lot of times from this position, he'll pull down, level change, drop right in for a shot. Keep that shoulder deep, expose his back. Coming across the body. Once you guys get him moving, and probably the best way, if you don't remember everything I'm showing you guys, probably the best way to get used to this, get in position, push and pull. Snap, push, pull. All right? Snap, come back in. Every once in a while, snap, chase the corner. All right? Kick, circle them up. Just kind of playing in there. Make your partner give you a good feel. Move them around, get them out of position. Start to get a little fancy with the inside trip. And this, for an inside trip, guys, this is one of the easier inside trips because you're in a controlled environment. I'm not shooting from the outside. I'm not coming in and throwing my body when I know this guy can move. It's like taking a single leg. Once I square this leg up, pushing. Once I square that leg up, his head's going to come to the outside. I'm going to level change. I don't want to lunge from too high. And I can't shoot from here. I'm not going to be able to inside trip. Once I get him out of position, pull, he steps, level change, steps. Real easy, drop through him, take that shoulder, take him right to the back. Having one move set up another move. I get in here and I'll pull and I try to step, he pulls out. Snap right to the mat, then behind. So the whole time, you're looking to keep your hands on the guy. What I like to do, and we went over this for a little bit, but as I snap that first one, I post and I rotate. I get the angle, he comes up. What I'm gonna do, instead of trying to take a shot, I don't wanna rush this and shoot through him. I'm gonna go right back to the same position. So I'm here, as he comes up, I'm pushing, I stay on him the whole time, control him. I'm gonna go right back with my left hand on top, snap again. All right, now, I don't even have to hit my knee. So once I get him out of position, I keep his weight heavy, whether it's his left foot or his right foot, or his head down for a front headlock. As soon as I get this guy so out of position, my hand's got his head, and I step towards my attack leg, and I push all his weight across. So that pressure on his head opens up his legs. Last couple things we did from here, guys, and this is just put 2 or 3 moves together. And if you guys watch a lot of college wrestling, you see a lot of inside fakes, which is essentially from the open position. Inside fake, he pulls that leg back, snap attack, okay, or from an underhook, he pulls that back, snap, attack the angles. Same thing with this position, guys. I set up my shots, right, with different moves. So what I'm saying is this. I come in, I pressure, I kick, he pulls it back, I level change, come across for my ankle pick. Get him so out of position, push him. Right there, I lean towards it. Right to my knee pick. And these are moves that you guys know how to do. And you've done before from an underhook. But where you're going wrong is you try to hit it right off the bat. If I come in and I just try to pick it, it's not going to work, guys. Control the head underneath, elbows controlling the back of it, controlling the chin, and I start moving around, getting that position. The next step to that, two things left before we get started here. Once you guys get good at this front headlock, what I see a lot is I start getting real good at my front headlock and moving around, and what this guy starts to do is take back shots. And you guys have all wrestled for me. If I have this guy's head here, and I'm snapping him and pushing it down, what's going to happen right there? He's going to dive in. Okay, and this happens to even the best college guys. So as he dives in, this is where a lot of the pins I got in college, and a lot of the stuff I use now, comes from either a guy on a low single, or a high level single. And all we're going to do here, a couple different positions. Basic defense, I'm popping my hips, and if it's a high crotch, we shift this head to the inside. When I'm stuffing this head down, that's first. My right hand gets a tight waist. As I float my hip back, I extend, I'm going to drop right to the mat. Okay, I can clear this off and get a takedown or extend him out, but I want to get him in a position where he's locked tight on my leg, and he's not going to let go. Okay, I keep my left hand on his head, I tight waist, and I just shift just enough. I keep my pressure on. Now, I wait for this guy to react. A good drill is he's going to circle right, chase the corner. I just keep rotating. Now, I start to set up my shots as I get, or my pinning combinations. As I go, as he steps up, step this back, put up 20 minutes. As he steps up, I just shift my weight, elbow deep. All I need to do is get elbow deep, guys, and shift them right to his hip. Everything's being secured by my hip and my stomach, my leg there. All I'm going to do is rotate this.
I know, I'm just trying to get from this angle.
Over to his back.
I'm not wrestling.
Off the low single. Same thing, if he shoots in low, I keep that pressure. I try to sit the corner, look at my knee. If I stay here and let him drive through, that's a torn MCL or ACL. So I keep that pressure in right away. As I try to sit the corner, I turn, and I got two options here. Over the back, the ribs, and by the knee. I don't want to go by the butt. All we're doing is sitting right on his head.
Stop.
From here, this elbow secures everything. I scoot, scoot. I keep my leg tight until my hand can recover it. Right to our cradle. Same thing, option two. Under the legs, same thing, just pull right on top of his head. Watch what happens here. Elbow deep. Now I'm just going to rotate, hold his head in position, drop my chest, and take him over. So your basic defense there when a guy shoots, stuffing that head, getting him to this position. As he circles, we circle with him, keep that weight in. I shift. Well, all this is, we'll hit pressure, scoop, right to his back. And there's a ton of moves you guys can do from there, but we're going to keep it simple for now. The other one, low single, I'm pressuring in. He tries to, where this comes into play is because he's trying to come up. I'll attack this arm a lot of times and drive right across his back for back points. This is a good move. But also, when that happens, he's trying to drive through. Watch what I do. I just drop my weight, sink my hips. Rotate your hips. You never want to land here, guys. I'm on my right knee. I'm going to chase that corner. Lock it up. Take him over. So being able to score when a guy shoots is probably one of the most important things. If you can defend a shot, counterattack with a pinning combination, not only you get an easy takedown, so when the guy feels like you're going to go for that pin or your cradle, they give takedowns up a lot easier. So learning your counterattacks, learning your front headlock, learn how to move the guy, and then the last thing is transition to your back points, right? To your cradles, to your claws, to your wrist tilts, to your tight waist tilts. Okay, some of the easiest stuff you guys probably learned is a tight waist. I take them down right away, I shift to my tight waist, I take them right over, and I tilt them up. All right, 2-on-1 tilt or tight waist tilt. The most simple thing, but it becomes a lot more effective when you transition from your takedown and mat return. I don't think enough people use it from a mat return position. Prime opportunity. When a guy's standing up, I like to basically, as he starts to stand up, I'll get myself in position, I'll let him come up. From here, I'm at wrist. Now, right to a turn. And you get about a 3 or 4 second gap to where he's trying to recover, and you're going to work on it. Any questions, boys? Anybody sweating?
Yeah.
My question,
Gene Mills pinned to win, huh?
yeah, as I was thinking, so, but still from the front headlock. You're in the front headlock, and he has your elbow deep, and he has it tight. But he does, and you're stopping the drag. How do you just, how do you get your elbow back and squat with that?
Guys, if you catch your elbow, I keep my hand, that's what we place. Your hand goes from here to there. I'm going to circle toward his elbow, and I pull his head down.
I know.
Come back up. So he's trying to drag. If I try to come this way, all right, he's going to try to come this way, right? So all I'm going to do is take my hand from here, this position, I turn it. When you get this on the back, it's like choking your little sister, right? Push it down. He's not liking that too much, all right? Second point of it is this hand is coming right across his chin, or his neck. So as he grabs it, I go from here, now look at my lock. Illegal, or legal, but you know, it's close. If I lock my hands and pinch, could be considered illegal. But what I want to do is, as I replace, I pull and I get my hips away. Him dragging me has to cover my hips and my back. As I rotate around, I pull. Now, as I pull my hand out, I've got his head right to an attack. Good question. Actually, that comes up a lot because a lot of guys try that drag. Rotate your hand, push his head away, attack a single leg.
I got a couple questions. You guys got any before I ask you a couple things? Nobody's coming up with a little head outside. Did you do the wrench? When the guy's head outside shot, you mentioned throwing the head back in, but you do any specific pull counters when the guy's got a high crotch on you?
High crotch?
Or you always throw the head?
Actually, that's a good question. The one I like to do from here, guys, a couple of them here, as he's driving up, if I can't get his head to the inside, as he starts to come up to his feet, so I'll get, basically, like Coach was saying, a neck wrench, and I'll come here. Okay, from this position, I'm not inside tripping, I'm inside hooking. And this is something I used a lot in college, and I became real good at it. And the same thing from that single, I can pop the head to the inside. So here, as he starts to come up, I got an overhook, I pull, hook. What you're gonna see here, just to rotate, right to the mat. Sink your hips in. From a high cross position, and this all comes